Good afternoon, Miss. Thank you for participating in my interview. So please introduce yourself and your sports.
Good afternoon also, Miss. Thank you for having me. So my name is Casey Maria Malveras and I'm a volleyball player.
So before we start, this interview is about an athlete who sustained injury while trying to shape up using sports. So are you ready to answer all the questions, Miss Casey Oliveros?
Yes, Miss, I'm ready.
So the first question is, how did you prepare your body prior to engaging in any sporting activity? How long was the preparation? What compromise of the preparations? If there was none, why were there no preparations?
So I started being a volleyball player since I was elementary back then. So our coach always taught us to do some stretchings or warm up to prepare our body prior to engaging or any activity or any sport. So it will take an hour.
So let's proceed to the next question. Have you had injuries not inflicted by others, just by yourself while preparing yourself for a sporting activity or during the activity itself? Describe the mechanism by which the injury was incurred.
So I remember when I was elementary back then, it's our incomes day and we have a game. So I always use my old shoes ever since, and the floor was kind of slippery. So while I'm chasing the ball, I suddenly slipped and it sprained my ankle, and I can't really move my ankle for a couple of days.
Oh, that's really sad to hear, but in playing sports, we always encounter injuries or accidents, and it's all part of the game. And I know that you've learned your lesson to use proper shoes or whatever to avoid that again. And I hope it doesn't happen to you again, Miss Casey. So let's proceed to the last question. So the question is, to what factors would you attribute these injuries? Why these factors precipitated the injuries?
So aside that I'm wearing my old shoes, one factor that contribute my injury is that environmental factor because the court is somewhat old and the floor is slippery.
Thank you for answering all the questions, Miss Casey, for participating in this interview. I hope that the next time you play volleyball, you would not experience those kind of things, those accidents, because it's so hard to heal, injuries, and I know that by myself too. But thank you for today, and I hope I could interview you again in the near future.
You're welcome and stay safe.